Hello everyone. Good morning. Bonjour. Hola. Namaste. I'm still learning how to say hello in different languages. As I'm seeing in the chat, I'm your host Nidhi Prakash and my co-host, my husband Ajay, is here with us today. Hello Ajay.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today.
And we are going to draw a beautiful tile today, a Zentangle tile, beautiful abstract art in Zentangle style. And as you can see on my art table, all the supplies we need. We are going to use one black marker pen. I'm going to use Micron 01. It's a pretty thin tip. It's a 0.25 mm tip. We need a 3.5 inch square tile. I'm going to use this Zentangle original tile. You can use any paper and you can draw a 3.5 inch square, or if you want to draw on a bigger size square paper, you can draw on that bigger size. It's absolutely fine. I'm going to use one graphite pencil and one tortillon for the blending, and it is absolutely optional to use one white charcoal pencil. If you don't have the white charcoal pencil, it's absolutely fine. You can skip that step and you can just watch me using that charcoal pencil and learn the technique, and later on you can, whenever you have it, you can use it. I'm going to use few these tiny bijou tiles. They are a 2-inch square tiles to learn few tangles which we are going to use in our actual tile before we start our tile. So if you don't have these tiles, don't worry, you can just draw on your separate sheet of paper, or maybe side of your that 3.5 inch square on your journal or anything, and we can learn few tangles today which we are going to use in our today's tile, and then we'll start our Zentangle tile. So let's start. Obviously, we are going to use our 8 basic steps to the Zentangle method when we are going to start our tile. And let's start learning some tangles which we are going to use today. I'm going to draw on these tiny square tiles, as you can see. So the first tangle is Fracus. It's a Zentangle original tangle. I think I should change my pen to this pen 231. It's not working well. F R A C U.
Nidhi, can you tell the dimensions of these papers once again?
This is a 2-inch square tile and this is a 3.5 inch square tile. So first we are learning, if you don't have this square, you can just draw in an open area on your paper, on your journal. But this tile is 3.5 inch square where we are going to make our Zentangle. So we are first learning how to draw the fracas, and in this style I'm just going to make these 4 dots and I'm making the border. That's it.
Folks, a lot of people are saying that our volume is low today. Is everybody having the same problem? Because we see the volume levels on our side seem to be fine.
Please write down in the chat if you cannot see it or hear it. Video is blur. How about now? Thank you Valerie, thank you Claudia, thank you Rashmi for your feedback, guys. I just focused my video more.
Sangeeta, maybe go to video settings and check the video quality. It should be set to 720p or 1080p.
So I'm cutting this wavy area into 8 equal parts for the fracus. And after that, they all are crossing from the center here. After that, we are going to draw the aura line in each part. And as you can see, I'm rotating my tile every single time while drawing these aura lines in every single triangular section.
Vinitha, the size of this small square tile is 2.5 centimeters.
2 inches. It is 2 inches square.
Okay, I apologize.
Yeah, if you talk about the centimeters, it's kind of a 4.5-ish. But if you talk about the inches, it's 2 inches. It's okay, Ajay, no problem. Yes, Valerie, it's 5 centimeter, 4.5 and 5. Then we are going to draw these contour line. Now there are different variations you can fill in these lines. Here I'm just making, these ends little bit loopy to make them little beautiful. And I'm going to repeat the same thing
Can you also repeat the dimensions of the bigger tile, Nidhi?
of this bijou tile, a smaller tile.
The bigger one?
The bigger one is 3.5 inches. And we keep on drawing the same thing in all of these triangular sections which we drew as an aura line of these Fracus tangle.
What is the pen size that you're using right now?
Right now I'm using Micron 03. The tip size is 0.35 mm. So this is Fracus Tangle, guys, and now I'm grabbing my graphite pencil and thanks for subscription. So there are various ways to draw these stripes inside, and there are various ways to do the shading. This is just one way which we are doing right now.
Let's wait a bit for people to catch up after this step.
Mm-hmm. Keep your pencil tip sharp enough so that you get perfect edging. If your pencil is not well sharp, the tip I'm asking for, so then you might not get, exactly over the line. It might go here and there. And then for the blending, I'm using my tortillon. So how is it looking after the shading? Now I'm waiting for everyone to complete this Tangle Fracus, and this is a Zentangle original Tangle, so that's why I'm writing here Z, Z. We used to say it's Z in India in our schools when we were studying there, and now we call it Z as our kids taught us that it's not Z, it's Z. So whatever it is, the last alphabet, so it's the Zentangle original Tangle, and the Tangle name is Fracus. Now I'm waiting for everyone to give your reply. Thanks, Mihika Panchal. Please send me your thumbs up when you guys are done with this tangle, and then we'll start our next tangle together. Awesome, Kamla. Yes, Elena, Z is British, I think. You are right. Okay, so let's see. Thank you, everyone. Please write down if you want. Please write down your city and country. Let's see from where everyone, like all the audience. I live in USA, North Carolina, but I belong to India. Let's see, where do you live? Awesome. Nice. And if you can write the word hello in your own language, native language. I'm trying to learn that so that I can, greet you before we start the session. I know namaste, I know hello, I know hola, I know bonjour. If there is anything else, hi Tammy, if what you say in Australia, hello, if you can tell me, and in all other languages. Awesome. Pranam. Kemcho. Yes, I'll add this Kemcho. There. Thank you. Namaskar. Sat Shri Akal. Buenos dias. Privet. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing is right. Privet. I'm going to go Google about the pronunciation of this word.
So we have a question from Rachel. Is Fracus always slightly curved lines?
It's not really necessary, but like generally we use curved line to give that dimension, but it's not necessary. You can draw the straight lines. Awesome. I'm going to go on all the, this chat after the session. Good day, Australia. Awesome. Beautiful. Now let's start. The second tangle. So I'm just writing my chop here, that is NP Nidhi Prakash, my initials. That's how I made my chop, my initials Nidhi Prakash. You can make your chop with your initials on your own design. and then you can, instead of writing the whole name, you can just write your initials, your chop in the front and your full name and the date in the back of the tile. Now the second tangle is Pach. Pach, I think that's the right pronunciation, and it's not the Zentangle original tangle. This is a tangle by Judy Okawa. I'm sorry, Okawo. Okawo. This tangle is by Judy Okawo CZT, and the name of the tangle is Pach. This is a beautiful ribbon tangle, and I'm just drawing this straight, let me draw this diagonal line, and please look carefully. In this diagonal line I'm going to draw these curve, and it's kind of going out from corner to corner. And after this step we are going to find the center of all these cups, and we are going to join with these curvy line, and we are going to draw these two beautiful leaves inside every these humps or cups, whatever you want to call this pattern, like this. Isn't it easy and beautiful? After that, please look carefully. This step is really important. We are going to draw these straight lines where these leaves are joining both sides.
So we have a question from Geetika's art gallery. What does the Zentangle original tangle mean?
Oh, so the tangles which has been deconstructed by the Zentangle headquarters are the Zentangle original tangles. But like I'm a CZT, I can deconstruct one tangle. So I have already deconstructed one before. So that tangle is by me, by Nidhi Prakash, CZT. So there are thousands and thousands of tangles that has been deconstructed by the Zentangle headquarters, as well as some of them by the CZTs. So we always give credit to that person who deconstructed, or give the name and give the steps to draw that tangle. And then we are going to join these vertical lines which we just drew both sides. That is heart to heart. I can show you that one. The steps, let me just bring that file so I can just show you. This is the tangle. I used it in my heart to heart is in this style, and the tangle name is hearts up and down, and these are the steps I deconstructed to draw the tangle. And the tile name is, this is heart to heart, which I made. So this is the tangle. So yeah, let's go. And after that we are going to join, where these there, my video isn't clear. From where this from where this is top part is, we are going to join here this top part to this top part. I'm just drawing here. I just want to keep it safe, so I will draw like this. Same thing we are going to do at the bottom side. And again we can make a thin aura line on the top and thin aura line on the bottom. Here where these lines are, we can give a little bit of flicking or shading to give it 3 dimension. And you see, once we give these flicking or shading, it will look so pretty here. So first
Some folks are asking for the steps of this one again.
I'll try to go. Let me just complete the shading. And after that we are going to use our pencil for the flicking over our flicking like this.
Okay, so for folks who have a blurry video, I will show how to fix it if you are having a hard time. So as you can see, the screen is blurry right now. If you tap on your screen, on your phone it may be different. Just tap on the 3 dots and you see the quality over here. You can choose, go to advanced, and you can either set it to 720 or 1080p. So in my case, depending on your bandwidth, you might want to go 720. If bandwidth is not an issue, you can go 1080. So as you can see, the moment I choose 720, the blurriness of the video will go away and you will see it is perfectly clear. There you go. All right, thanks Nidhi.
Problem. I hope you guys get it, how to get rid of that blurriness in your video. You can change the setting at your own end and you will get the clear video. And then we are going to just shade it. And don't worry, we are going to draw this again when we are going to draw our original tile. So if you don't get it, you can just skip it for now. And you can definitely do it with me again when we are going to do it in the actual tile. Okay, I'm going to slow in our actual tile again. So this is Pach, guys, and by Judy Okawo. And now the next tangle is Fescu. We have used this tangle a lot in various times. It's a beautiful filler tangle. So suppose this is our baseline Fescu is just nothing but drawing, wiggly lines and then just little loop. That's how this tangle is started. And then there are thousands of variations came up. Like this is just one style. Next, you can draw firm line. They can go in any direction.
I think this is called fescue because it looks like the fescue grass that we normally have.
Yes, Ajay, you are absolutely right. Those tiny twigs, right? And this is again a Zentangle original tangle. And the third style, I would like to show you the third variation where we make the top is little bit more loopy and we leave little space in between as our sparkle. So these are three variations of fescues, as you can see, and here is my chop. Here is my chop. And again, we can do a lot of different kind of shadings in them. Oops, I brought the white charcoal pencil. Right now, I'm just giving this little shading in the bottom of these fescues. So we are done with 3 tangles and we are just left with 2 more, and then we'll start our tile. I hope everyone is catching up well. Do you guys want me to wait for a few seconds? Oh, bread mold diagram. It little matches up. Okay, you might be a science person, right, Himanshi? You can deconstruct your own tangle, Guraya. No one can stop you. The only thing is you might not be recognized in the Zentangle world. That's the only thing. But you can deconstruct your tangle. You can give your name. No one can stop you for doing that. But there is like the certified Zentangle group, teachers group, and there are a lot of Zentangle other groups where CZTs have been recognized and they submit their tangles to that word and everybody recognizes them and use them. So yeah, so maybe your tangle might not be recognized by the CZTs or in the Zentangle world, but no one can stop you deconstructing your own tangle and to giving your name. Okay, now it's our 4th tangle, which is Quabog. So maybe I'm just drawing this curvy line here for that. And it's kind of this kind of like standing, and they are also like the fescue tangle, like the organic tangle. They are going anywhere, everywhere. They're a little wider from the top, and they're also a beautiful. Sometimes we can use them as a filler tangle, sometimes we can use them as the terminal tangle, like at the end, to give the final, look. If you want, you can add one tangle in between. That's absolutely fine to fill everywhere. So this is a very organic tangle. It goes over and under. It kind of fill the whole space. Especially this tangle is very beautiful when you are making something, when you have some ideas of underwater kind of the thing. You are making shell kind of tangles or flower kind of tangles, and then kind of tentacles it's coming out from those marisos and all that. So then it looks really corona diagram. Boundary, yes, you can say that, because it's kind of looking like those creepy crawlies. And yes, Kashvi, thank you for subscribing. And now it's our fifth tangle. So before I start the fifth tangle, I'm waiting for a few seconds for everybody to catch up, and I'm so happy that you guys are supporting me. Hey Megan, so nice to see you. Megan Connell Cox, you have joined me through YouTube. So like Megan, you guys can support me. You can join me in YouTube as a member. And I welcome you, Megan, today in the session. It's okay.
So for those who are wondering, just next to the subscribe button, you can see a join button. And if you wish to support Nidhi on her journey, you can be a member as well.
Yes, Kashvi, I live in North Carolina, USA, and it's morning here. It's 10 a.m. right now. And it's a beautiful morning today out here. Now the next tangle is El-prado. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right or wrong, because when the name is kind of in different languages style, so I am a little confused in them sometimes. As the letter suggests, El-prado, I'm pronouncing it like that. And this tangle is not the Zentangle original. This is by Maria Tower. This is by Maria Tower CZT, and the name of the tangle is El-prado. It's a beautiful tangle. It's kind of a variation of the fescu in a way, as you can see. So I'm drawing it diagonal. So maybe first we draw this curvy line, and then wherever you see this hump is going out in this diagonal line, we are going to draw few twigs kind of thing. Few these fescu kind of things are coming out. It may be 2, it may be 3, it may be 4, depending on the place how many you want to draw. And maybe at the end we can draw few. And then we are going to just draw circles over the top. If you want, we can leave the circles, little sparkle in the circles. And maybe we can change the size of the circle as we are going up. We can make them little smaller. This is just a variation. Maybe you can make the all circles of the same size. It's your choice. This is just one twig of this El-prado tangle, and you can shade all these, tiny twigs separately, and it looks very pretty. It gives them beautiful dimension when you shade them like this.
So for folks who are watching this on their phones and they feel that chat is obstructing the view, you can take your phone back into portrait mode, turn off the chat, and then you take it back to landscape. So in that way, the chat will not obstruct your view.
Thank you, Ajay. Yeah, it sometimes happen when you are working on a phone and you keep it on the horizontal, so the chat keeps coming over the screen and it takes the half of the screen and you can't see my art table clearly. In that way, you can just off the chat by the portrait mode and then again make it horizontal. That's it. So these are the tangles which we are going to use in our today's style. And now it's the time to start the tile. Are you guys all ready? Tell me in the chat. Are you guys all done with these 5 beautiful tangles? Don't worry, Neha, I'm going to draw this again in our original tile, and this is the first tangle I'm going to draw, and I'm going to draw it 4 times. So you're going to get it. Please believe me. Awesome, beautiful. Let's start our tile with our Zentangle basic steps. As you know, there are 8 basic Zentangle steps whenever you are making a Zentangle tile. And the first step is the gratitude and appreciation. I want to start this tile as a gratitude and want to say thank you to all of you who joined me here. I really appreciate all these wonderful tools which I have. I want to say thank you to my husband for setting up all these, these infrastructure for me and setting up all these cameras and all. And I want to say thank you to all of you too. You can just take few moments and you can feel gratitude about whatever you feel like and appreciate whatever you want to appreciate, your day or any incident or anything. And then the second step is the corner dots. So in this, we are actually not making the corner dots, rather we are making the dots in here in the center.
And by the way, I think we have finally solved the mystery to our disconnecting cameras. For those who have been with us for the last 1 year or so, we have struggled time and again with our cameras frequently disconnecting. Last week was a bit of a challenge during the Zentangle session. I think we disconnected maybe like 25 times. And it was not fun, believe me. So we got some new cameras, and I think finally we may have solved that mystery. Fingers crossed. I don't presume that our session is going to disconnect again now, hopefully, and let us see.
Yes. And Ajay, if you can help Ajay Joshi to get the super stickers. Okay, now the third is the borders. Third step is the borders. So now you see where we made these 4 dots in the center of our tile. We are going to draw this round line, not joining the dots, nearby the dots. And don't worry if these lines are not absolutely symmetrical. Maybe one can be a little bit more curvy going in, one is a little bit more straightish. That's absolutely fine. You can let it be. If you want, you can erase and fix. No.
Can you show the completed tile before we start?
So this is the kind of the completed tile which we are going to draw. And now in these lines we are going to draw the tangle pack, and I think Neha was asking. So Neha, now you can take a look. So please don't draw right now, just take a look what I'm doing, the steps. So in these curvy lines I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever fit in. 5. I'm going to complete this one and then I'll go to the others. I'm going to find the center in each of these humps and then I'm going to join them from the bottom corner, and we are going to get these two beautiful leaf shapes. This is the second step. Then the third step, this is the tangle which we are drawing. We are going to draw these straight lines in everywhere where these leaves are joining in the either side, like the both sides. That's the third step. Then the fourth step is to join these lines. At the both at every side. So we are going to do all these steps on all 4 sides, and then we are going to make one more outer aura in each of them. Okay? One, 2, 3. Whatever fit in, it's fine. First step is to draw these humps or the cups or these semicircles, and then find the center of these shapes and then join them to the bottom, and we are going to get these 2 leaf shapes in that way. And third step is to draw these straight lines at each side and join these lines. Oops. Like this. I'm going to repeat the same thing on these 2 sides also. I hope the steps are absolutely clear now to everyone. Isn't it a beautiful tangle? Thank you, Judy Okawo, for this beautiful tangle. That's the easier version, like you draw them to the opposite side, these cups. So once you learn the tangle, you may change the steps of how to draw them on your own way than it was suggested. So first you learn how it is suggested, and then you can, make that tangle on your own style of drawing.
Let's maybe wait about a minute once we are done with this step, Nidhi.
Okay, Ajay. Today's style is a beautiful abstract style. we are done with the 1, 2, 3, 4 steps so far, and now we are going to do the outer layer. And as Ajay has suggested me to wait for a few seconds for everybody to catch up. Looks like a chain, especially after shading. Yes, Yelena, it's pretty much like a chain, kind of entangling into each other. Thank you, Zena Art. I'm waiting for everybody to catch up. Please write down in the chat when you guys are done till here. You can write down done or thumbs up. Okay. Thank you, Aishwarya. Thank you, Jiva Khan. Thank you, Vinita. I'm waiting, Ajay. Thank you, Rashmi. Thank you, Claudia. Awesome. Okay, now we are going to do these aura lines, and as you see, we are going to join from this top to the top of the other side, and we keep on continue this. And we are going to do the same thing in the bottom side also. Oops, I forgot to do in the bottom part. Join from the top to top and join both sides. Beautiful. Now I'm just doing the flicking.
Can you move the tile a little?
We can do this flicking later on, or we can do this right now. I'm just doing it so that everyone can, catch up till here. So kind of I'm waiting for everybody to complete this packed angle, and then write down in the chat when you guys are done with all 4 sides. And at last I'm going to use the white charcoal pencil also in this tangle for the shading. And you can see me. If you don't have the white charcoal pencil, it's absolutely fine. You can just watch me using that technique. You can use that later maybe, but that we are going to do once we are done drawing all the tangles. Oh, we are going to do one more aura line. I started shading before doing the aura line. So you know where we draw these inner aura line, we are going to draw this section like this, and we are going to connect it like from all 4 sides. Thanks, Jacqueline. And same we are going to do aura line or the double line on all four sides. And after that I'm going to do these flickings. Beautiful. Oh, I left these two sides. Seems like I'm in hurry, which I'm not supposed to be, because we are doing the Zentangle session. We are supposed to be draw every stroke slowly. I'm kind of a little fast tangler. Even I'm also teaching through this Zentangle method to breathe in between, to take a pause, to enjoy more while drawing and enjoy each and every stroke. Don't be in hurry, but you won't believe when I draw, like sometimes I'm really into that other zone, but sometimes I'm in so much hurry, like I kind of, drawing quickly. So I'm also learning how to draw a little slow and to focus on each and every stroke.
So are you still using the 0.5 mm tip for this flicking, Nidhi?
Using 03. I didn't change my pen. I'm working with 03. I feel like let's work 03. Maybe I'll change to 01 after that for my next tangle. We are going to use our graphite pencil at very end. We cannot use it right now in between, because otherwise when we draw our next tangle, we will smudge all the graphite. So shading is at the last thing. Thanks, Ajay Joshi. You guys can show me your support by subscribing me, as well as join me in YouTube, and you can get that join button near the subscribe button. And I want to give a huge shout out to everyone who submitted your work yesterday and Friday. So every Friday we meet here 1 hour early at my Hindi YouTube channel for drawing the Zendala mandalas. Every Saturday same time for these Zendala mandalas, and every Sundays we meet here for these Zentangle sessions. So you can catch me on every Friday, every Saturday, and every Sunday. Fridays for the Hindi session, Saturdays and Sundays the same place where you are right now, Nidhi Prakash Arts. And the Hindi one is Nidhi Prakash Arts Hindi YouTube channel. If you subscribe both channel, YouTube will send you notification. If you want extra notification, you can join the WhatsApp broadcast group, where we keep posting the links and keep posting about the sessions, upcoming sessions. Now you see where we drew these double lines, there we are going to draw kind of, knight's bridge tangle. So Hindi channel name is Mihika Nidhi Prakash Arts Hindi. Hey mom, good evening. We are going to draw these checker style, and actually this is a different angle which we didn't talk about before the class. This is the knight's bridge tangle, kind of the checkers. Let me show you if I have it here in somewhere. Okay, not in this one. Like you fill one box and you leave one box, kind of. So leave the space and fill the next one. One block empty, one block filled. So these are the variations which you can add to any tangle. You can decorate them in your own style. You can give them little tweak on your own way. And that's how you can make that tangle of your own version, right?
It looks like it's Mother's Day in France today. Happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Oh, is it? Happy Mother's Day, everyone. And my mom is also here. Hey mom, I love you. It's a happy Mother's Day in France. Who told us about it?
Valerie.
Hey, thank you, Valerie. I think we celebrated it on first or the second Sunday of the May. I think 8th, 9th May here in USA. So I want to say happy Mother's Day to all beautiful mothers out here with me. You can use these tiles and you can convert them in beautiful greeting card, right? If you want, you can just fill these 4 areas and you can write down like Happy Mother's Day, and you can cut it and put your mom's picture or your own picture, and you can use it as a gift. So there are various ideas you can use with the same tile. And at my YouTube channel there is a separate playlist, Mother's Father's Day. There you can see some of the beautiful ideas to make Mother's Day card with these kind of artwork. If you want, you can see there too. And now the same thing I'm going to repeat in this outer aura line, the same tangle. Let's see if you remember what is the name of the tangle which we did this one, and now the second tangle which we are doing right now. What is this name of the tangle of this chain style? Pach. Beautiful. Knight's bridge. Perfect. So the tangle which we are doing right now is Knight's bridge. It's kind of the checkers tangle, as if you are making the checkerboard, where you fill one block, you leave one block. And the name of this tangle is Knightsbridge, and Knightsbridge tangle is again Zentangle original tangle. So there are a lot of tangles which we already know by other names. So just in the Zentangle word, they have been given a particular name and they have been deconstructed the way like how to draw them, but you can call them by your own, the name which you learned from your childhood, checkerboard or checks or whatever you feel like. That's absolutely fine. But if you talk in the Zentangle term, the name of this tangle is Knightsbridge. And now I would like to wear my glasses. I'm trying to get used to my glasses. Okay, now the last section, and then we will start our new tangle, Fracus. I hope everyone is doing well. When I'm going to finish this section, I'm going to wait for a few seconds for everybody to catch up. That's it. Now it's the time for me to wait for a few seconds for everybody to catch up, and this is the tangle which we did pack, and this checker is the Knightsbridge. Yes, Studio Cabo. Knightsbridge. Yes.
So if people can write a thumbs up, I mean, if they can put a thumbs up or say done when they're done.
Yes. Thanks, Valerie, for letting us know. And now it's the time to start the tangle Fracus. Yes, Ajay Joshi. You can write down 1 if you are drawing with me, and you can write down 2 if you are just watching the video. Maybe you can draw later, or maybe you just enjoy the video. So let's see, write down 1 or 2. You are 1, Ajay. Okay. Awesome, awesome. 1. Are 4 of you are drawing together, or you alone are drawing it 4 times? Whatever it is fun. Okay guys, thank you everyone for your feedback, and now it's the time to draw the tangle Fracus inside this beautiful area. And before we start, I would like, we can use the same pen 03. We can draw the whole tile with the 03. If we want, we can change it to 01. Let me change it to 01. It's a little thinner. And first we are going to draw the aura line inside this area here, where we are going to draw our Fracus tangle. So now we have this beautiful squarish area where we are going to draw the tangle, and we need to first divide it into 4 equal sections. So we are going to draw this straight. And Now we have to divide into four equal more parts. So I'm just doing it a little bit more curvy. We can draw it straight, we can draw it curvy, it's absolutely fine, whatever way we want to draw it. A nice little kitty. Where is a nice little kitty I'm looking? And now aura line inside these. On each section, these are kind of the tight aura lines. They are kind of a little closer to their lines, not very spacious. Here you go. And now it's the time to draw the stripes. And for the stripes, let me start in this one section. And as you can see, I'm drawing these lines with little curve. They are not straight. And that little curve give a beautiful dimension to these abstract patterns. They kind of give character to your pattern. That's why we call these patterns sometimes the drama pattern, because they create that beautiful drama in your whole tile. Stay focused, draw slow, don't hurry up. One stroke at a time, and then breathe in between. Enjoy drawing each and every stroke. Maybe I draw it in a little jiffy because I have that thing in my back of the mind, because I have to finish this in the time. And that I have to do the shading and draw all the tangles along with it. I'm just changing my pen to a little thicker pen, to the 08, because I'm going to fill these lines, fill these stripes all the way. I'm going to leave one stripe.
Can you bring the camera closer, because it's not very visible?
Is it better now?
Yeah. So there's a question from Valerie. Are those stripes part of the pattern or just the way you chose to embellish it and fill it?
So in their original drawing they have given us, like you see in this fracas, we just drew it like this. So there are the various variations. So when they deconstructed the tangle, they gave us the both ways to draw these style. And sometimes we leave little sparkle also in between these stripes, like if you see what I'm doing in just now, like you can leave some space in between, and when you keep leaving the space in between, it will give you a beautiful sparkle kind of the look like this. So that is also one variation of this thing. But if you see in their original, when they deconstructed, they basically filled that way, the one which we are doing right now. But in their CZT guidebook, they have given both variations together. And there are many other variations. You can use different other tangles in between these stripes. That's called tangulations, when you add one tangle to other tangle and you can create something different, something magical of your own style. Be careful, draw slow, don't go out of the line, stay inside the line. So maybe I'll fill these bottom part with the tiny one, because this tip is way too thick for these smaller one. Let me fill these inner stripes with the thinner tip, and then I will use little thicker tip for the bigger stripes. How about that? Now I'm using a little bigger tip pen so that I can fill them quickly. They all pen have the same ink, same black archival ink, just the tip size is different. That's it. And I'm going to use again the white charcoal pencil in this tangle also, in this pack tangle also, and in this tangle also. You will see me. I'm going to use the graphite pencil as well as the white charcoal pencil. And I'm at the last section. How is it going for you guys? I'm going to wait after this section for everybody to catch up. Here you go. Awesome, it's looking so beautiful. Thank you, Mamta. Awesome. Awesome, Shruti. I would love to see your final tile. Beautiful. So we are done with our Fracus tangle, Pach tangle, and we did the night bridge in these aura lines. And now we are left with these 4 corners. In the corners, we are going to use the Fescu tangle and El-prado tangle. And where is the other one? We learned the Quabog also, right? Where is the Quabog tangle tile? Here you go. This is the Quabog. So these are the tangles which we are going to use in our these 4 corners. If you want, you can choose. Oh, I thought I'm showing you all the tangles. So these are the all tangles which we are going to use now in the corners.
Focus, please. Yeah.
So as you can see, if you want, now it's your choice how you want to create your tile. You can do exactly the way I'm drawing here, or you can choose your own style in your own way. How? You already learned these 3 tangles: Quabog, Fescu and El-prado, and Fescu in all 3 variation. So actually you know 3, 4, 5 styles. Choose any 4 style and go over it. Maybe you can just choose one style and you can choose that one style on all 4 corners. Maybe you can choose Quabog on the both sides and El-prado on the both side. Or maybe you can choose all different on all 4 sides. It's absolutely your wish how you want to go about it. Okay? Or you can just copy mine. So in this one section, I really love to go with this El-prado tangle by the Maria Tower. As you can see what I'm doing here. Oops, I was holding the thick pen. So now I'm using this Micron 01 and I'm here making this curvy line, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then these beautiful. We are going to do the shading at very last. Right now we are just drawing the tangles. They can kind of, entangle with each other. They can overlap. That's absolutely fine. That will give beautiful look.
Can we zoom in on the tile, please?
Yes. Is it better? This is the tangle which we are drawing right now.
Can we put the tangle that you're drawing onto the rest of the sheet so that it's not hidden by your hand? Yeah.
So this is a beautiful filler tangle. So again, I want to say thank you to Maria Tovar for deconstructing this beautiful tangle. And this is the tangle, guys. El-prado. And now we are going to draw the tangle here. Quabog. Quabog is by, again, it's by Maria Thomas from Zentangle Original Tile. She is the co-founder of the Zentangle. Rick Roberts and Maria. So here in this triangle, we are going to draw that. I'm going to start from kind of here and going to draw these tentacle going in any direction. Taking care of the so this is the tangle which we are drawing now, Quabog. You can draw them in any size, going in any direction. Very, very organic tangle. Beautiful filler tangle as well as kind of, you know, those terminal tangles we call them, which we are going to use at the end of at some corner or to give final finishing at some areas. So we can use them in various ways like this. Here I just want to give a little dark in one where we give them turn, just to give them little one rounding.
What is the pen size that you're using right now?
01. Now, if you want, you can do exactly the same Quabog tangle to the other side, or if you want, you can choose the different tangle. Right now we have already used the Quabog and El-prado, and now I'm going to use the Fescu tangle. So I'm going to use the Fescu tangle, this style where we are kind of giving the loops at the end. And we leave little area as the sparkle. We call this technique the sparkle technique when we leave one area for the highlight. We can do this later with the white jelly roll pen also, but right now we are working in the white tile, so we can use this technique. Sometimes we work on a different color paper like tan or some renaissance or some gray, so then we cannot use this technique, because if we leave the space, we are going to get the gray color. So we actually want this white color for the sparkle. So then we use some white jelly roll pen or the whitener ink pen or something like that. But while we are working in a white color paper. That's easy to use this technique, right? Let them flow wherever they want to go. You can add them as many, you can make them very thick, kind of a bunch, or you can just let them like very thin. So it depends how you want to, how many, and how much you want to draw them. We're kind of done and just left with the 4th tangle. So do you guys want me to wait for the 4th one, and shall I, or I go ahead? What do you say, Ajay?
I think let's wait about 30-40 seconds.
Yes, I'm waiting for a few seconds for everybody to catch up.
And Nidhi, are you ready to show the colored mandala that you're working on for next month?
I'm going to show you next week. I'm all kind of set. I have finalized my design. I'm going to show you my new mandala, which is a colored mandala, which I'm going to give you away as a thank you when I'm going to cross my 5,000 subscribers. So I'm going to show you the colored mandala as well as all the supplies which we need, and I'm going to give you ample time so that you can, you know, arrange all those supplies, and we all will work together on that mandala. And just a little hint, in that mandala we are going to draw peacock. That will be a peacock mandala.
And yeah, it will most likely be in the month of July because we already have sessions set up for June. Yeah, but let's look forward to it.
Yes, Ajay. So now is the last section. So in the last section, we are going to draw this fescue tangle, the other style. If you want, you can draw the Quabog, you can draw the El-prado, you can draw this style of fescue, but I'm going to draw here this different kind of fescue, which is this little very basic starting fescue one, where we draw this squiggly line and just little loop in the end. Beautiful organic tangle, go in any direction, any size, anywhere, wherever your heart desires, you know, wherever the air is flowing, they are kind of going there. So very, very organic and interesting tangle in the border filler kind of, you know, all tangles are like the border filler, where you want to end at any place at your tangle and you want to give this beautiful look. So they work very well at that area. Beautiful organic tangle. And now it's the time for the shading. So for the shading, we are done drawing, and now it's the time for the shading. We are already done with these flicking with the pen. So let's work with the pencil, flicking over the pencil.
Can you bring camera closer?
Yes, Ajay. Is it better now?
Yeah, that's better.
I did the focus setting also. Is it okay now, Ajay?
Yeah, looks perfect.
Thank you. And you guys can also give your feedback if the focus is not right or something like that. So guys, we are at the stage of the shading. Shading is, you see, we did the string and then we did the tangle, the 5th number. The 6th step is the shade. That's what we are doing in the 8 basic steps of the Zentangle method. So now I want to know, how do you feel about this particular design and about all these 5 tangles which we learned so far? What do you think? Are they very easy, or you find them interesting, or do you want to use those tangles in your any future Zentangle tile or any of your artwork? Or which one is your favorite out of all these 5 tangles? 5 tangles which we have learned so far today in this class, in this style. Which one is your favorite one? I'm going to go over the chat once I'm done with the shading, maybe after the session. Now I'm going to lay down graphite on the borders of these Fracus portions. So right now I'm just laying down the graphite, and then I'm going to, use my blending stump, and then I'm going to blend all of them together. That's how we can save some time. Now I'm grabbing this tool, tortillon, this beautiful tortillon. And I'm right now shading in my Fracus, and now I'm shading in this back tangle. And keep turning your tile. Don't keep your hand over your tile, over your work. Try to keep your hand outside of the tile every single time. So turning is really important in that way. So you guys can catch me on every Friday, every Saturday, every Sunday. Friday in my Hindi YouTube channel, Saturday and Sunday at the same place, same channel. Fridays and Saturdays we do mandalas and zendalas, and Sundays we do Zentangle Art. And now I'm using this white charcoal pencil, and it is absolutely optional. You can see I'm just laying down little bit here in the center of these back tangle, as well as I'm going to use them little bit in the Fracus tangle too once I'm done with this one. It gives a little bit of shine. I'm not sure if this is visible on screen or not, but it is pretty much visible in person.
Can we use white glass pencil? Question by Kashwi.
Glass pencil is also kind of the chalk pencil, I think, if I'm not wrong. Is it, Kashwi? You can try, why not, if it works well. And you can see I'm using my white charcoal pencil over these Fracus in the center. Now you can see in these two parts I have not used the charcoal pencil, and how different they are looking than others. So you can decide which section you like the most. Do you like using them this way? And then for the blending of our white charcoal pencil, we really need a very clean tortillon or a very clean blending stump. I'm looking for my clean tortillon which I used yesterday, and I'm not finding it here. I'm getting one Q-tip. That's the best way. Q-tip is absolutely clean right now, and I'm just blending it lightly. I cannot use my used tortillon or my tortillon which is carrying the graphite over the white charcoal pencil, because it will make it dirty instead of giving it shine. And here actually we don't really need it. It's kind of blended pretty well. It's kind of just little touch. And we are done with our tile. Now we are done with the 6th step with the shade. Now the 7th step is initial and sign. For that, I would like everybody to make your chop with your initials, and then you can use that chop to write in the in your tile, wherever, you know, in these tiles. That's the best part, is you can decide which direction you like the most. So that's the best part of the Zentangle. Like, there is no up and down or the side and side. It's just, you know, you can decide. You can just rotate it and you can feel it whichever way you like it better. And that's the fun with the pure abstract art. So this is my initials, and now I'm going to sign it on the back. What is date today, Ajay?
30th.
Okay, 30th May. Thank you, Ajay. 2021. Now if you want, you can write down all the tangles which we have used today. Fescu, El-prado, Quabog, Fracus, and Pach.
So a question, how do you keep all your completed Zentangles and tangles?
Okay, just give me a second. I'm going to show you how I keep them. Let me just make my space a little bigger. Okay, so before I show you, let me just complete this 8th step, that is the appreciation. Again, that is really important step. I really want to say thank you to all of you who joined me here and I really appreciate this style which we all made together. I want to give a good pat at my shoulder and I want to say, good job, Nidhi Prakash. So in that way, you guys can say aloud your name and you can pat your shoulder. You can appreciate these tools, these styles, or whatever you want to appreciate and say thank you. So yeah, that's the complete 8 basic steps of the Zentangle method. Now you are asking how to keep them. So my these tiny 2 inches bijou tiles, I keep them in these, these are the coin collector sheets which I bought, and I keep all my tiles in them, and they have the 3 holes, so I put them in one beautiful my this folder. So this is the folder which I'm using, and I keep them all in this folder like this. And all the tiles you can keep in this way. You see all these tiles. So that's how I keep all my tiles in this folder, and all my bijou tiles also in this folder. So that's a beautiful way to keep all of them together, and you can just unfold them and you can watch all your tiles like we do with our earlier days when there was no digital pictures, and we used to have all the print pictures, and then we have loads and lots of albums at home, and we generally sit in our living room and we just open one album and we enjoy watching all our all pictures, and we say, oh, this is 5 years old, how I was looking, and that fun. So that's the same feeling we see when we see our all old tiles, that, oh, look at in this tile how we drew this tangle so differently, and we see how we are evolving by the time also. That's how we keep track. So don't forget to write down the date, and I generally write down like that I did it at YouTube Live. You can write down Nidhi Prakash Arts, so that later on you know that you made this tile with me, you made this tile on this date and at the YouTube Live. These all are the tangles which you have used. So, and anything else, if you want to write about any feelings or anything about particular this style, you are welcome to write on the back of this. Okay guys, time to say goodbye. It's so nice to see you all here, and see you next week, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. Every Friday we are going to, Friday and Saturday we are going to do Zendala Mandala. Fridays on Hindi, Saturdays on English, and Sundays we are going to do the Zentangle. Bye bye. Thank you.